Education and the arts, starting with Ohio college education. Every young person here knows, talk to their friends, our youngest generation looks with trepidation to the future. They're stuck in low-wage jobs if they're employed, unable to afford college, or burdened with extraordinary educational debt. In the first phase of my college educational program, I'll work with budget experts, student advocates, and economists to make it possible for every young Ohioan to be able to attend a 2-year college tuition-free as a first step towards a 4-year free college plan. Now, assuring the dream of a college education means what? Power to we, the people. Let's look at the Ohio student loans. The default rate for students 10 years ago was about 40%. Then students were only borrowing about a third of what they're borrowing today, when the default rate is approaching 50%. One group that I've talked to says that they calculated that as many as 800,000 young Ohioans could be facing default on their student loans, or they're already on the way. Ohio is one of the most expensive states from where a student can receive a college education. Ohio currently ranks 16th highest in college student loan debt. We're going to develop an innovative program to help young Ohioans get out from under the mountain of debt in which many are buried. Protecting the financial future of young Ohioans means what? Power to we, the people. Let's talk about Ohio elementary and secondary education. Public education is in a state of continued financial crisis. The state legislature has not kept its responsibility to establish and to finance a thorough and efficient system of public education, which was mandated by the DeRolf court decision. Worse, Ohio schools, public schools, are losing more than $1 billion a year to charters run by for-profit operators without taxpayers having any say at all. Our schools go to local taxpayers, they need help, and what's happening is the people vote a levy, and then right away for-profit operators are glomming onto it, and they're taking away from the public school districts. So what happens in public education? Cutbacks in teachers, staff, athletic programs, arts, drama, band, and other important school programs. It is time for a new direction in public education, where we preserve public educational funds, where we enable communities to vote whether they want local tax dollars to go to charter schools that partner with our public schools. We also need, by the way, to understand the underlying dissatisfaction with public schools and address those issues so that we can restore public confidence in public education. We must determine the best practices of charters which can be applied to public education. I will soon announce a statewide initiative working with teachers, parents, students, and educational advocates to protect public educational funding. Saving public education means power to we, the people. Ohio arts. Ohio's already blessed with tremendous institutions in arts, poetry, literature, music, dance, dramatics, appreciation of diverse cultures, computer graphics, motion pictures. I intend to bring forward initiatives to enable the artists of this state to thrive, to make Ohio a center of creativity in the arts, a center for film production, a place of fun and festival and celebration. Supporting Ohio arts means power to we, the people. Peaceful Ohio communities. I will endeavor to bring a healing hand to this state so that we can address violence and its causes. 2 months before 9/11, I brought forth landmark legislation which would teach respect and mutuality in our schools, to strengthen our children, to have the fortitude to successfully integrate nonviolent responses into their daily lives. Violence is not inevitable. It is a learned response. In this state, we have the economic, academic, social, medical, and spiritual resources to begin the transformation to a healthy, peaceful society. I'm going to enlist the help of ministers, social workers, medical personnel, and the media in beginning a dynamic, comprehensive approach to violence. Peaceful communities mean